Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. I've got two special guests on today, Anna and Mandi.
Hi guys!
So excited to be here.
You're so cute when you just introduced. You're like so girly. We're like, welcome to Sisters.
She's so in her feminine, isn't it?
I'm really not.
She's so girly.
I know.
But I'm so glad that you lot are on today.
I know, same.
And I literally don't even watch podcasts other than yours. Like, I love it. I find you guys so funny and so real and just
Thank
so
you. I'll give
outspoken.
the funny credit to Mandy. Really.
You're both funny, but you're
everything else
ridiculously
to Hannah,
funny.
because I basically do nothing on the
Stop.
podcast.
I'm so excited for you for this podcast.
I
'Cause
know.
I remember you were talking about it for a while. Whenever, because I get my hair done with Tanya.
We both get our hair done with Tanya.
Yeah, and then she was like, "Do you know what? Maybe I should start one." I was like, "You should," because she's very chatty, very chatty.
Very.
Yeah.
You know, hairdressers are
I
always
feel like
chatty,
it's always
bro.
gossip, isn't it? And I feel like it's like free therapy.
Yeah, and
Right.
I
free
also feel
counselling.
like you're very similar to me and Mandy.
Yeah.
You kind of just say it how it is, and there's not enough people like that. You know,
Yeah.
that just have no filter.
It's
I
very
feel like
true.
everyone's trying to like impress people these days, and I just feel like with us we're just like straightforward.
You have
Yeah.
to just be yourself. So should we tell everyone how we know each other?
Yes.
So basically, Tanyelle, fiance is like besties with like Gingerbeard or like close friends with Gingerbeard.
And Gingerbeard is Mandy's boyfriend for people that don't know.
And Gingerbeard is my boyfriend.
It's a nickname.
Gingerbeard is his nickname because I was smart, you know what I mean? When I started my podcast, I gave my boyfriend a nickname. Whereas like Tanyelle posted her fiance all over.
But
all
you
over
know
the
what?
ground.
You know what's so weird now? I'm gonna find this hard because I can't say their real names.
Oh, I know. You
Because
better not give it away.
Of course, don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna.
Don't worry,
I'm
it'll
not
get
that
cut out, it'll
stupid,
get
but
cut
I find it so weird that I have to call them Gingerbeard and
Cowslick.
Cowslick.
He's not even that ginger.
His beard is ginger.
There's two hairs.
No, it isn't. If I put the flash on it, there's bare
Oh
ginger
my
hairs.
god.
So if you had to give Edis a nickname, what would it be?
Yeah, what would it be?
I don't know. What would you call
I'm trying to
him?
think now.
I don't know.
Turkish Prince.
What? Wait, I'm trying to think of. I've got a name.
You snort like a
I do sometimes. Sometimes I do. I have the weirdest
I
laugh.
think we
You
should
got
call
a
him
cute
like
laugh.
Lord Farquaad. You know, the names always have to make them feel a little bit like silly.
Yeah,
I know. No, I
Cowslick.
feel like it doesn't match.
We love you, Edis.
No, we love you. Yeah, we.
I mean, I came up with a nice nickname. I'm not about to get on his bad side. Does Edis like us?
He does. He thinks you lot are like.
What do you mean?
I was gonna say-
Cowslick's name is the most stupid name. Cowslick.
I know, it's so random.
He
so
just thinks
random.
you lot just say it how it is.
Really?
Literally.
Because a lot of people's like boyfriends don't like us. I think it's
No,
because of our
I feel
podcast.
like because Eddie's is known. Eddie's like knew you guys before I knew you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I
we
feel
knew
like-
her fiance before we knew Tanyelle. So we actually met Tanyelle before she was on Love Island. She
Yeah.
came out on a night out to Maddox, wasn't it, in
Oh
London?
my god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, that's where I met you lot.
Do you not remember?
I met you
was
before
drunk.
that. I met you before
Oh,
that.
I met you before that.
Yeah.
We went.
You're lucky
we
I
went
didn't
on
leak it to the Daily Mail that you were going on Love Island, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I could have got a fucking payout.
I know. I remember someone telling me that you were going to go on, and then so then you might as well, because you were chatting to Edis at that point, but you
Yeah.
weren't dating him.
Yeah.
Well,
Shut up, Mandy.
Do you want to tell your listeners the history of you and Edis?
It's a bit of a complicated one because I feel like me and Edis, obviously everyone knows that we were exes like before and we got back together. And genuinely, we didn't speak for 4 years, guys. 4 years. Like I told you the whole situation when I met
know.
you, and you was like, oh, "You're so strong." Do you
I
remember?
know,
You was
it's
like, "How did
mad.
you do that?"
She walked away like
Like a bad beat.
a bad
Yeah.
bitch. And do you know what? I actually want to ask you this. Do you, well, obviously you do believe it, but like, people have got so many mixed presumptions about like exes when they break up, getting back together. You know, who said it on Love Island this time? Was it Luca?
Just yesterday in the episode,
They were
Sammy
saying an ex is
kissed.
an ex for a reason.
Yeah, Sammy kissed Ronnie and Harriet and said, if it didn't work out before, then how is it going to work out?
Right? And also Luca said something in there where he was like, you can read the same book twice, but there's always the same ending. But like, I don't know. I always think that like, if you're together young,
That's different.
and then you break up and you like explore different things and you come back, isn't that like showing that it's even more real?
That whole saying doesn't even make sense, because you can read a
Yeah.
book halfway and not end it, and then you can like
no, I agree.
pick it up and end it.
I personally
It's
think
just
it
the
just
same.
depends.
All right?
I just think it depends on your situation. Like, in my situation, me and Edis were literally children. Like, okay, we were adults, like legally, but at the end of the day, like I think my mindset then, I was so young and immature, so was he. Men take forever to grow up. Like, let's be honest. They're literally, he's still a child.
Do they ever grow up?
They never grow
still
up.
Not mature.
But as in, like, I feel like we just weren't in the same headspace then. And also, I think that, like, for example, back then, Eddie's wasn't the person I would have wanted to marry.
Yeah.
And then I do think that leaving them sometimes, not that it's teaching them a lesson, but it just so happened to be that was our journey, that we were meant to be together.
Yeah.
And in that time, he also knew, like, what I would accept and what I wouldn't accept, vice versa. And then it just happened to be, like, 4 years later, we started talking again.
You guys started talking again. And then within like a year, I feel like he proposed.
I know, it was mad, like literally mad, but I'm so happy.
He was like, not letting this one go away, get away again.
Never again, bitch. She went up a Love Island.
Down. I mean, I had to leave Gingerman ASAP.
I definitely think though, like, you can get back with an ex and it could work out. And I think it can happen at any age. Like,
do you know why I think most people, like a lot of women will say that? It's because in their situations, it doesn't mean that they will always get back. And it's like, a lot of people break up and don't get back, or they will get back and it won't work out, and that's because they've not really taught that man a lesson. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? The same situation will continue to happen and that's why they always say that's why you break up for the same reasons, because they've not actually worked on that reason.
But if you leave them and they don't learn the lesson, then are they ever going to learn?
No, then that's different. But that's why I say 50-50. Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't
exactly.
work. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you can get back with your ex and they just don't change, or they might change for a little while and then go back to their old ways.
And that's why, though, I agree with what Sammy said to a certain extent, because in that situation, Harriet and Ronnie, I feel like anyone can see it as an outsider. Like, I think he does love her now, but it's too soon and she's still too hurt over it. So she's not going to move past it. So it's not going to be a healthy relationship anyway.
Do you think?
Yeah, I can't lie. Like, it's not, you can tell she's trying to show too much. I'm open. And that's because she's not accepted. She's too hurt. Trauma. She's allowed to be, like, do you know what I mean? But at the same time, he fucked up. And really, what is I love you, I'm ready for you now? Well, after you fucked up for this whole time. Yeah. I get where the girl's coming from, even though I do actually think he's changed. I do understand that she's not ready. And for that reason, I don't think that would work.
I think also in some relationships, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Like, I'm sure most people, I know I have in the past been in relationships where I've took that person for granted, or I just got too comfortable. Yeah. And then after you realise, oh my God, like, they were actually really good.
That's how I feel. I feel like Ginger's taking me for granted. Like, my latest episode was called He's Taking Me for Granted, because I feel like he's taking me for granted. And also, I just want to add something. I'm basically taking over Tanya's podcast right now. Yeah. She's loving it.
It's like, best guess. I don't have
to relax. I feel like the problem is, when you're in deep, in a relationship,
it's harder to get out.
That's not what I was gonna say.
What was you gonna say?
That is true though. You sound like you got cold feet. You're engaged, mate. Are you trying? Do you want to say something? Do you want to express something? She's like, it's harder to get out.
I'm screwed.
Look, if you want to get out, just talk to me later about this. All right, basically, I feel like, you're in deep and then you break up.
Yeah.
And then you might get back together.
Yeah.
The thought of, like, I don't know what he's up to, and maybe he's like banging birds, is just going to ruin, like, getting back together for me. Like, so the breakup has to be long.
Yeah. You mean that you need to actually break up because you can't get back with that?
For example, like, your breakup was like 4 years, yeah?
But my breakup was meant to be for good.
Exactly.
And at the time it was.
Yeah.
But you're thinking of...
like situations like mine. Obviously, me and Kowzik broke up for 2 months. And then we got back to... Well, not straight away, but we got back together.
Him as well. Like,
yeah, but I feel like he knows that I'm not going to be sleeping with anyone else. He just knows me. Whereas I am, like... Because he's a man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he probably did sleep with women during the breakup, but he denies it. And actually, what the funniest thing is me and Tanya was doing my hair, and we were like, I was like, he's denying sleeping with another girl during the breakup.
And do you know what I said?
She was like, yeah, go on.
I was like, go on, let's get a private detective then. I said, or let's get
not a private detective.
Not a private detective.
That is
a lie detector test.
Yeah.
Lie detector test is the cleverest thing ever.
So she was literally washing my hair. As she was washing my hair, I was calling a company lie detector test. I
was like, please don't tell him because he's gonna hate me.
Yeah, but there's some things that you just don't want to know. If you want to get back with that person,
I want to know everything.
So yeah, I got a quote. I was with Tanya. We got a quote
and
for like 2 hours.
1 minute though, she called them up and they go, "What's your name?" She goes, "Tanya." I thought, "You bitch." Don't put it on me.
And then they were like, they asked like, did they say 10 questions or something?
I think it's 4 questions.
Was it 4? I don't remember now.
How much?
I think they were said £400.
Yeah,
from what I
that's
remember.
quite cheap to know. Yeah, if your man's done the dirty on you, to save your life, with someone who's shit.
But
How
technically, he's not.
accurate?
The problem is, it's like technically he's not done the dirty on me because we weren't together. So it's
Yeah.
like I can't even.
I get what you're
really
saying.
But you know what it is? I don't want to do anything where my man can turn around and be like, it's wrong, it's false results, because you know they're like 99% effective, but there has been times,
Babe, there has
my
not.
man will cling to that 1%.
No, but you know what? Let them. But listen, let me tell you something. Trust me, it is accurate. Like, and also they do like a tester question in the beginning, and they'll ask you something like, "What's the weather like today?" Or like, "Is the sky blue?"
Yeah.
So then they test the question, like the answer. Do you know what I mean? So they're just basically trying to show you how accurate it is, even to start
You
with.
sound like
yeah.
you've experienced it. Have you
Oh
experienced
no,
it?
it's because I live like I would
watching
have
a lot
done
of
this.
fucking
I would have done
Jeremy
this. No, because I would do this if it. I can't lie. I would do this.
Yeah, well, when I said to
haven't,
Kals,
but I would.
When I said to Kalzik, like, let me do a lie detector test on you, he was like, no.
Yeah, well,
And then he was like, because I don't believe a relationship should have to go
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Bullshit.
yeah.
Basically,
Basically, I feel like you don't even need a lie detector test. Most men, if they're broken up, they probably would. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Don't.
it.
It
So like,
it hurt.
Oh, how
It
does that make you feel
sick.
though? Like if
that's
you had,
why I don't want to
Makes me
have to
feel
leave
sick.
to
No,
then,
I agree with
but see
you.
if it works out. That's why if I leave, it has to be for so long that I'll know for a fact it's happened and I'll get over it.
But you
Yeah.
know what? It makes me feel so sick. Like I could actually puke thinking about it. But at the same time, the fact that he's done that and let us get to that situation where, like, you know, that's a possibility in my head, he fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
because
no, I
that,
agree.
you know, it's just made me. It's easier to walk away now because
Yeah.
it's like I've already experienced that fear of him being with another woman. Do you know what I mean?
No,
That's
but
why
you know
I'm
what it is?
saying-
They're never going to be honest with you about that because men just see it as it's just sex.
Yeah.
Women are like are much more emotional about it, and they see like if let's be honest, if a woman sleeps with another man, it's much more like they definitely fancy. They actually had feelings
Yeah.
for this person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I've seen some men sleep
Yeah.
with some camel-looking women.
yeah,
and
just
they
just
go on
for a
like they've
beat.
got high
Yeah,
standards.
no, it's so true
They
though.
fucking don't.
They don't care. They just want to get their dick wet.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. But the thing is he will never be honest with you if he has.
Obviously not.
Because
What a
he's
dick,
just
fucking
like
great.
yeah, men are gonna lie to a certain extent. Do you know what I mean?
Women lie.
Yeah, no,
No,
I
I've
know.
fucking broken up for 2-3 months and I fucking fucked someone. You think I'm gonna be like, yeah, man, going
Yeah.
in? Obviously, I'm gonna fucking lie. If you're not gonna lie, you're a weirdo.
No,
Only
I know
a
what you mean,
weirdo
but I
wouldn't
feel
lie.
like though women would be. I feel like we're more inclined to be on.
No
maybe
way,
you're-
because if I
I'm
tell you
more
I got
inclined to
fucked
be honest.
out and you take me back, you're a pussy hole. So I can't
Yeah.
tell you.
But then why is it okay for the woman to take the man back? That's not
Exactly.
fair.
Yeah, double standards, man. What the fuck?
What?
Like,
You lost me or I lost you along the way. Where were
because
we?
you said if a man takes a woman back if she slept with someone else, he's a pussy. But what a woman taking a man back, it's fine.
She shouldn't take him back either.
I took Kalzik back.
But he has told you he hasn't, and you are going to believe that lie.
What
and
about
you're going to go fucking find the lie to take to test some motherfucking bullshit. It's like me, for example, me and Ginger break up. Yeah, it's like let's say it's a bit longer than 2 months. Let's say it's like 4, so I don't sound like as much of a hurt. And I go have sex with someone. And then he's like, I want you back. I love you. I miss you. Have you had sex with anyone? No, babe, never. Not like that. Not the time. Never. It's like, me. And then he's like, okay, I trust you. And gets back with me. He's not a dick. He's not a pussy hole. But if I was like, yeah, babe, I had sex.
you're
and he's
basically
like,
trying to
I
say-
still want you back. Like, you've already icked me out now.
You're trying to basically say like I think that we'd lose respect for them.
Like maybe
Like, you ain't a man.
maybe
It's
some
true.
things are best just not.
I so agree.
Some things are best.
But
not
That's
said.
why I thought like maybe the whole lie detector thing, I kind of dropped it quickly because I thought, you know what, let's just move forward.
Because if you want to give the relationship a chance,
Yeah.
some lies just have to be believed.
And I also think that like men can separate sex and love. Like, let's
You
say,
think
even
that, but
it makes
think
me
that.
feel so
Can
sick.
I ask
Do you
something
think that
though?
literally in villages around the world, men are having sex with donkeys, and you really have to think about that.
You always go too far.
But men have been seen masturbating inside of a sheep. Okay?
No, you
So
don't.
like,
How do you
obviously,
masturbate inside a
They
sheep?
use a sheep to
Masturbate, you
masturbate.
know?
How do you
They
masturbate?
use the
Masturbate?
sheep to masturbate, Anna.
You mean they had sex with a
They
sheep?
fucked a sheep.
Fucked a sheep. Yeah. Did you not watch the that fucking show? What's his name? Jeremy Clarkson's
Jeremy
fucking
Clarkson's
show.
farm show.
Yeah, he was
When they
wrong.
went somewhere, men were just fucking the animals. It was just
Yeah.
it was
That's
casual
weird.
dating.
What are you not watching?
Okay,
Personally,
sorry.
what the fuck?
All right, you know what? Let's
Weirdos.
take it back to
And
Tanya.
also,
Yeah,
I
anyway.
feel like that doesn't make it okay.
No, it's not.
But I
Definitely
feel
not
like
okay.
in your situation though, I do think it's different though because you broke up because you wasn't happy with certain things, but it's not because you didn't love him.
No,
so
absolutely not.
you wanted that time for him to kind of show that he's going to make it up to you, which I feel like he did.
As in, like, now, trying to
Yeah,
see if he's
and
changed.
within the time. But like, how do you feel about that? And how would you feel if you did find out? Would it change? Like, say if he did sleep with someone, would that change?
God, guys, stop!
You
I'm
have
gonna
to
get
go-
so anxious.
Would
and
that-
fucking gonna
would
puke
that
all over your
change?
new podcast set.
No, but would it change like the outcome?
She'd probably go and get banged in Anna. You'd be that vengeful.
No,
She's good.
No, I'm not.
I'm joking. Fuck, you guys taking this podcast way too deep now. It's getting way too serious.
That's a
She's
really
getting
good
anxiety.
question. If I found out that he actually slept with someone during our break, how would I be? Oh, that's a good question.
Like, how would you be? Would you
that's
be
a
with
very-
him?
I'm looking at
God,
you to
that's
give
a
you.
ballsy question.
Innit? I'm looking at you for the answer.
Would you actually be with him, and would you be
I
content?
feel like
Would I what?
Would you be happy being with him?
I don't think I could get it out of my head. You know, I don't think I could go forward.
I think that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go
personally.
forward.
exactly this is what exactly what will happen.
If-
exactly what
But
happens is
then, what you're saying as well beforehand is you're also living in denial then, and you're not wanting to know the truth, but don't let it play on your mind. Like, I think I would.
there's a lot of
I kind of
motherfucking
just
things
I
you don't know.
justify it in my mind that like we weren't together and that like obviously he's a man and that I know he went through it. I know he was really down and he just separates, like that's just sex with some like it's just sex.
There's a lot of things that we don't know about our partners and they don't know about us. Some things should stay that way.
Yeah.
It's like
So I justify it in my
the
head.
smallest things would eat me up alive. Like, honestly, if I'm ever suspicious of like anything minor,
while he's with you.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
different.
no,
It's different.
even
We were
without.
over, babe.
How dare you look at someone else? I'd
Babe,
be
I was in
fuming.
another
No,
country.
in a
I
relationship
know,
with you,
I know,
babe.
I know.
Yeah, I was
But that's
literally in
why I
another
think it was
country.
I'm so glad you went away for that reason, though, because
Yeah.
it's like I can go off and do my own thing. I've taught you. I don't need you, and I don't even need to be in this country.
Literally, do you know what the funny thing is? Tanya was so involved in my breakup as well because
Yeah.
she's the one that was like, go and speak to him.
Because I was trying to be like mature about it, like give him the chance, speak to him, be an adult about it. Don't just ignore each other. If he's doing that, don't you lower yourself to that. Like, you deserve it for yourself.
It was literally just after I got my hair done. She was like, you should just go and speak to him for your own closure. And when I went to speak to him, he closed the door on my face.
Yeah.
And Tanya was so scared. She was like, I'm so worried you're going to blame it on me. I was like, no.
I felt so bad.
Babe, it was the best thing that I ever did, honestly. Because when I went away to Dubai, I
actually
just
enjoyed yourself?
No, I just felt like, you know what? It's not on me. Like, I'd done my part.
Yeah.
I went for that conversation and, you know, and I think that ate him up alive. So,
Yeah,
like,
you had your moment where you tried
Yeah.
to like resolve things. And
was
a
bigger
it was
person.
on
but
him
yeah,
now.
I just justify it in my head. Like, we weren't together. I was in another country. He was doing his thing. But I just think if I knew for a fact, like, this is the girl and he did this, it's horrible. Just, it would play on my mind in the fact that I know for a fact.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically,
You know.
I feel like what would actually happen is like you wouldn't be able to deal with it in that moment, so you'd end up running away from the relationship, and then the worst part is that it would put you in a position where you're even more open to like chatting to guys and getting with guys, not even just like having sex with guys, but like chatting to guys, flirting with guys, going out with guys, because in your head it's like, well, he done it. Do you know what I mean? It just that's what happens
From a place of hurt. But yeah, I mean, look, it's been like 3 months since we started talking again, since the breakup. It's been 3 months. And, you know, he said a lot of promises, like that he's changed. And he did change a lot of things. But like, I am slowly, recently, in the last few weeks, noticing that things are starting to go back to the way they were.
Yeah.
And which really upsets me and hurts me to say, because like, I don't want my story to be that story. I want my story to be the story when the man actually does realize and does change and treats me how I deserve to be treated. But like,
Do you believe men can change?
I don't know if my story is going to go that way, but you know,
So on a previous podcast, I said I think you can train men. And like, I got a lot of backlash for this, guys. But men are like dogs, and you can train them.
I saw that. That was a
And
great
you know,
clip.
I know that's deep, yeah, because they don't want to hear it. But the truth is, yeah, like, I do think a good woman can change a man to a certain extent.
100%.
You can change like Cowsdick. I feel like you can change him. It's so weird calling him that, but you can change him to a certain extent, yeah. But if
I mean,
that
he has
man-
changed
Yeah, he
so
has.
much, guys. Like, if I compare him to like 3.5 years ago, he's a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
like
like
molding them.
yeah.
But I do feel like certain things like need to happen. Like, I think you should take up the offer of like couples counselling. I've said this before. Like, I would never say no to this myself.
Mate, I tried with Gingerbeard. He
But
was
you know
hell
what?
no.
But they all say no. And you know what? Like, would you rather me in your life or not then? Because I feel like once you have someone on the outside, because also we don't always see where we're going wrong, and there's certain things that they can teach you how to communicate. When you've got that outsider's like opinion and they're a professional, they can really help you like sort things out. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with Tanya, like couples counseling is really good, but I think I'm at a stage now in my life and in our relationship that it's been just 3.5 years of me just trying to change him, me trying to make him treat me better, and it's just been a lot of hurt, a lot of like stress, and I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of like tired of that. Like I'm just not going to keep pushing it, going to counselling. No, like
3.5 years going counselling. What are we going to do when it's 30 years?
No,
do you know what I mean? Like I just can't. Frankly, I can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
Like if it's not going to work this time, like I'm going to give it a bit more time. But if it's not going to work, that's it. I give up on it because I've put too much energy and too much of my heart and soul into this. I've given it everything, and if it's not gonna work now, like I think I've given enough.
Do you think that you two are in somewhat like way soulmates?
Yeah, I know.
Like, like you was really hurt when you weren't with him, and you just always got to remember that. And I'm not saying that you should put up with that, but he's not the worst. He does need some change in, and I do think that if you just tried that last shot, you would walk away from that relationship saying, you know what, I tried my hardest.
Maybe I should.
Like that for
Guys,
me,
if
I
you
would
didn't
rather
know,
that.
Tanya's basically a psychic. So she just said to Anna, like, I feel like you and counselling are soulmates. And she comes out with a lot of weird shit. Like, you be prepared for this podcast.
No, but I'm not saying
she
that.
She can read the future.
So I want to play this clip that Mandy played
Yeah.
for me, sent to me on DMs the other day. And I think a
Thanks,
lot of
George.
girls will like that are maybe going through the same situation as me or have been through it would relate to it.
Guys,
So
don't forget
I'm gonna
I sent
play.
it to Anna.
Yeah,
It's
Mandy
that
sent it to me.
We tend to fall in love with the potential of somebody. Like you see, oh yeah, he could be, you see this sort of the potential of the relationship, the potential of the person, the potential of yourself. And we get sort of caught up in that without really looking at what's going on in the here and now. I've experienced that in love, we don't actually fall in love. We rise in love and consciousness. And we fall in love with the woman that we are or the person that we are in that relationship. We fall in love with ourselves. I like the way I am when I'm around you. I feel confident and comfortable with who I am when I'm around you. And if that's the situation, that's a relationship to keep fostering. But if you're in a relationship with somebody, or this has been my experience when I've been in a relationship with somebody, that I actually don't like who I am when I'm around them, that's something to watch out for. Listen to that inner sense again. I don't feel good when I don't feel I'm being me when I'm with this person. And I'm not letting him be himself because I want to change him. I want him to be different. I want, it'll be better when we just get that house. It'll be better, when we just get married, or if he would just lose a little bit of weight, or there's so many things that we want to sort of control the other person, and we want to control ourselves. And that's not love.
Can I say something? I so agree with that, because how you are in a relationship reflects like how you are like as your person, as yourself, yeah. And if you're confident and if you're feeling great every day and if you're positive, really does show that your other half is doing their job as well.
Yeah.
I feel like all this love schmov stuff, it goes out the fucking window at one point.
Yeah.
And then you want someone that's kind, loyal,
brings you
peaceful, friendly. You have the same interests, hobbies, good conversation. They get on with your friends and family, you get on with theirs. Not that I'm saying I have this. I'm just saying this is what it should be like. And then, they are compatible.
Yeah, compatibility is like the most important thing, really. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I do really love him, and I know that he loves me, and I think we'll just give it some more time. If it's not meant to be, it won't be. Yeah. But I mean, I might consider the counselling just so that.
Just consider it, see how you feel about it, and speak to him about it. But I feel like a lot of men are shut off to it initially, but I think after, I do think they start to understand it, because I think you need to address it in a way of like, it might help even how I communicate with you, how I just little things that will help both of us.
I feel
Men
like
need therapy,
rather
though.
than like
I'm telling
you need
all
it.
these men need serious therapy.
I feel like I'm in a counselling session right now,
I know,
and because I'm in the middle
I
seat.
feel like it's become the Anna show.
Yeah, like because I'm in the middle seat as well. Like, what the hell? I really
I
feel
know
like
it's some
it.
Oprah style.
Can we take it back to you and Edis?
Can we take it back to you?
Yeah, so
you're the one who's engaged, getting married.
Yeah, no, I want to know. So, because obviously you were like talking to him before Love Island, and then what was he like about you going on Love Island?
So it was a thing where we were just starting to talk again, and like he knew that, as in we both kind of knew like this, we just started talking. It was like such a shock, do you know what I mean? And I never thought we'd ever get back together. I already agreed to go on Love Island, and I feel like I owed it to myself to go and enjoy that experience.
Yeah.
went on
100%.
it, and the whole time I was on there I was thinking, oh my god, no one's compared to him, like they're just rubbish. No, but you know, it's not even like they were so not my cup of tea. And like just
They
even
weren't
like Eddie starts treating me like a you're such a bitch. No,
Everyone's so poor on this show. Get me out.
That's not true. Some of them are ballers. Apparently,
Some of them, innit?
apparently
some of them
Luca's
are.
got like 15 million in
I
the bank.
knew it. That's why he's getting all the
can
birds
I
and
ask you
shit.
something though? Would you really take a guy from Love Island seriously? I don't mean that in a horrible way, because some of them, I'm not saying all of them, a majority of them. Would you really want that to be your future husband?
You do a podcast with a guy from Love Island.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
How
how
is he
dare you, Ron? Sorry about this.
we shouldn't take you seriously. Basically, is what she's
no,
saying.
a majority of them I couldn't personally take seriously.
Why not?
But a man that goes on reality
like,
TV.
No, but imagine like them doing ads and shit and like what we do.
Yeah, I know.
Look, gives me the
Did you
ick.
say this to Ron?
No, because Ron's my best friend and it's different. And also, I really respect him highly. Like, I don't see him as the rest of them. I think he's real, he's genuine. He's not like
Yeah.
the rest of them on there.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like
But
that.
he does ads.
Yeah, but I know. But I'm just saying for me, I don't.
Yeah, I get you. It's your preference.
It's
Do
your
you get-
preference.
Imagine, okay, Gingerbeard.
If
what I do
my
as well.
partner makes a story of his food, I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah, I mean, mine doesn't even have Instagram at all. So
Yeah.
like, that's
like
how.
you know when Central C said in his song, "I stay at Atlantis in Dubai and I don't even post it."
Yeah.
That was like I felt that.
That's the
Yeah.
vibe.
That- and it was like because I'm not gassed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
And also, would you want your partner to be in the limelight as much as you? I don't like that.
I don't want
So
to be
I've always
anywhere. I
been,
don't want to even
I've
see
always
him.
had the same thought as you about these things.
Yeah.
Like, but then now I'm starting to think like maybe I'm just so uptight. Like maybe I should just be a bit, because like my partner's
No,
also
babe,
the
what the
same.
hell?
Like he's very much like, what is all this shit? Like all this Instagram stuff. But I'm like, maybe we're just uptight. Like maybe we should just let.
No,
loose
but
a
I
little
think
bit.
that the boys are judgy. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah, they're not gonna
Yeah.
like it. Like they're all gonna say stuff, but it doesn't mean that's the case. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying like I look down on the boys that are on there. I'm just saying for me personally, I wouldn't want a man doing the same job as me.
That-
And,
but it
like, I
does
wouldn't want
make
them
it-
to be on like
Doing
in
the
the
same job as
same.
me on the same wage as me. No, to be fair, it's not bad, but it's
It's not bad
enough.
actually.
But-
it's not bad. It's true. But it's just weird.
It does make it easier though, because like I've had a lot of headache in the past when like I want to talk about my, my life on my podcast or share things on Instagram, and like that's not. like,
Bitch, you share your whole damn life. You've been crying for like a 2 months straight on the podcast.
Yeah, but it's always been an issue.
it's always been an issue. It's
It
been no
has.
issue.
He hates my podcast.
And you still fucking do it.
Yeah, but he hates it and it causes issues.
yeah, but
Anna,
do you know
imagine
what?
he was in a public eye. He'd be getting death threats. It's
What do you
good things not in the public eye.
No, but my point is that it causes like
does
headache.
he
Sometimes
hate
he just doesn't like it. He doesn't like Instagram. He doesn't like any of these things. Social
Yeah, but
media.
I just think that's just a typical man judgy thing. Most of like these Mediterranean men are like that.
Yeah, but imagine
I can't
having a
even
man that is in this industry. They understand it and they'll help you with it.
Yeah,
Like for
so
example, we
it's
had a
good in that
guest.
sense.
Well, I'm not going to say who, but the episode's out next week. She's got a man that is in the industry as well, and he helps her. Like he helped her with her YouTube channel, helped her like edit her videos, and like, and I know that he probably does really well, and he helps her. So like, I just think sometimes maybe her life's so easy she can do like YouTube videos with
you
him.
know what? It's true actually. It's good to hear it from that point of view because I just don't even think of that.
Yeah,
but
I do
you couple
couples
out there. Why don't you bring him in?
Yeah, do
Babe,
ten.
I try. I ain't showing my face. Am I moist? I'm like, shut up. I'm trying to drag him into it. And do you know what? I just about get somewhere.
What is
Do you
it
think you
about
could
these
ever
guys?
get him on your podcast?
Oh yeah, I will. He will do it for me, but I don't think he'll be happy about it.
You see, that's nice. Like something that he doesn't really want to do, but he'll do it for you.
See, that's the good thing about it is like as well because he was that judgy person, and I feel like he's come to the middle ground and like met me
He's changing
somewhere.
a little bit.
Yeah, like just he supports me with everything. Like also, imagine your man letting you do a podcast with another man, even though that's my best friend.
It's true.
How would we feel?
That is
I
a big
know.
thing.
Do you get where I'm
Is he
coming
okay
from?
with you having a best friend that's a man?
Babe, he literally loves off Ron. Like them two are actually quite cool, and like it's not a thing. He's not even made me feel type of way about it. Bear in mind, obviously, Ron dated one of my best friends, so
Yeah.
it's not a situation like that anyway. Just in case there was any
Yeah.
like worries.
But also, I think because Ron was sort of like your close friend before Edis became your serious partner.
So maybe in the beginning it might have been he never made comments about it, but I think like no man's gonna really show you that they're insecure, like you know. But he always
Apart from
seemed
Anna's one.
to be fair though, he was always quite confident. Like I rate him for that, you know, like if anything, but I made situations make it that way. Like babe, even times we've been out with like your partners and stuff, I've always brought Ron round and been like, Eddie's get on with him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like
But
I've
you know
left
what?
them
If
to have
Gingerbeard
their
had a
friendship.
fucking female friend, I'm gonna shoot her. Yeah, dead.
I can't lie. I've said this before as well. And like Ron was even saying, you got double standards then. I can't lie, I do.
That's
but,
exactly what you have, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You keep it that way.
I have double standards.
But I don't
as
trust
well.
men. I'm sorry, but
Right?
I don't. Like,
Men fuck plants.
Yeah.
We have to have an emotional connection. Men are different.
Yeah, do you know what though? I think it's
So
amazing.
men can't have female friends.
I think it's
right now, tomorrow, if you wanted to, actually, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna put that energy out there. But if you run without and you was a bit drunk, and you
no,
were single,
Mandy, what the hell? You've got a dirty mind, man. What's wrong
I'm
with
saying
you?
like you would never do that. But mine would be down.
As in, Ron would be
down.
Ron would
he
be down if you
wouldn't.
put it on a plate.
He would never.
Ron would be down if all three of us put it on a plate.
I mean, wow, you're speaking for the guy. He's not
Maybe
even here,
you
Mandy.
two, but not me.
Maybe actually it's out of order. That
He
I'm
might not.
making
He
these
might think.
assumptions.
He might think I'm butters.
Yeah, I don't think about me actually.
I
Because
think,
guys,
guys, if you want me to
can
go
I take
in?
me back? I don't want to get mugged up.
Mandy, I think he'll be scared. I think he'll be
I
scared.
think I shit himself.
He'll
Imagine
be
we were in the villa and I was like,
intimidated.
Ron, come here. Come for a chat.
But I do think it's amazing how like Edis has supported you so much, you know, with the things that you want to do. Like you want to do this podcast with Ron. At the end of the day, he's supporting you and all this stuff like with Instagram, letting you post him, even though he
Yeah.
probably doesn't like it. I think that's really
Yeah,
nice.
like he has the odd
Really,
little
really
moan
cute.
and then he's just like all right with it.
I think that's one of a really
Edis
important.
has completely changed. He's become like a 360 different
I
man.
know.
I
How
think
did I
it's
do
an
this?
important trait in a man or woman, in a partner, is to help you grow as a person.
Yeah. All right. How can I change? Now, can you help me change my man then? Since you changed yours.
Okay, so I've told
Help,
you
because you
need-
obviously have some secrets.
Okay,
What's this
couples
witchcraft you're
counselling.
doing?
Also,
What'd you say?
couples counselling. Also, I feel like you complain about the things you don't like, but your actions don't
correlate.
Right.
So you need to do that more. Not that you should have to play that game, but unfortunately, men need it. They really
Okay.
do, babe. Like you just need to be a bitch to him.
Badly speaking, what
He's
the
gonna
fuck you
shit
saying?
himself when you're not around yet, and you're not doing as much for him. He's like, huh? Where is she? Like,
Just go to my
honestly,
mum's. Go to my mum's.
yeah, go to your
Right,
mum's.
okay,
Go to your mum's.
Mandy does that,
Distance.
but then the next day when he turns up, she just goes back.
Goes back.
No, stay at your mum's.
That's what I said.
That's not my fucking home.
But okay, but that is your home.
my home now.
That's your home.
So horrible leaving your home, your comfort, everything. I hate it. I actually hate it.
I know. That's why I never moved back in.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But that's good for you, though,
That's good
'cause that is
advice, guys.
teaching
Now
him
you
that.
know. Basically, punish and reward system.
Yeah.
The punish and reward.
Yeah, no, honestly,
If
like,
you want
give a
lessons,
little,
come
but
to
not
Tanya.
all. Give a little, but not all of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do think that.
I just feel like this group of boys, like really, we found the most immature group of boys in North London. But then, like, she managed to change hers. And, you know,
Babe, it was 4 years.
I don't know.
Not being together.
No, because I don't think he was changed in those 4 years. I think he changed as soon as you got back with him.
Yeah,
was he
I've seen
like?
such a big change.
What was
in-
he like?
Like he doesn't go out anymore.
Yeah.
No,
Like
I'm with a.
It was just one of those guys
Oh,
that,
nah.
like, you know, thought he was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm the king of all cocks, you know?
king of all cocks.
king of all pussies. You
He
mean?
was just like,
I don't know what she means by king
like
of all cocks.
he thought he was like the most like sickest guy when it comes to like, you know, I got chat, I'm this, I'm that.
Did he even get girls?
I've never seen him.
We ain't not going
yeah.
into this conversation
Yeah.
on your
I
podcast.
want to know this.
Yeah, we ain't getting into this conversation. I don't want to know nothing about my guy before he met me either.
I don't want to know nothing at
I
all. Okay, should we talk about Love Island? I'm dying to talk
Yeah,
to
let's talk about
I'm
Love
dying
Island.
to talk to Tanya about Love
Me
Island
too.
because obviously Ron just left a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was getting picked on in there a little bit. I feel like he was
Fair.
alienated.
And I so want to talk to you lot about this because I feel like we've all got the same opinion on this.
Yeah.
He got picked on.
Period.
It really pissed me off. Like, honestly, I literally got off the phone to him today, guys, when he landed, and I was like, Anna and Mandy have your back.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was laughing his head off. I was like, they're idiots. They pissed me off. I said, we were watching it, and I said, and everyone was annoying me. Like, and then he was like, oh, like, I'll speak to you. He was trying to calm me down, yeah. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I said, they're pissed me
and he
off.
didn't even get a
Who
goodbye.
do you
Like
think was picking on him the
he
most?
didn't get the same goodbye as Scott.
I felt like that too, but I do feel like, only because I know Ron, I think that he would have probably mentioned beforehand how he would have wanted to leave. Only because I feel that, because I got that vibe from even just seeing him in there, babe. You can tell he wasn't happy there.
So
Yeah.
people were prepared.
Maybe.
Also,
I don't know.
Scott was there from day dot, so people probably formed closer.
And he
bonds.
formed relationships and it just didn't work out in the end. Also, he was kind of like told to leave. Did you see that part?
Oh, Scott was told to leave.
Like, as
by
in, like,
Elma.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this on our review.
Oh, what did you think
Yeah.
about that?
I think that's. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anyone has the right to tell anyone to leave ever.
agree.
Like I do think that was wrong. Maybe Elma was super emotional about choosing Scott to stay over Kaz and
No,
Kaz.
choosing Tina.
I
sorry,
think
yeah,
she was
choosing
she
Tina
was
to
upset
stay.
because of her friend.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. But in that moment she got angry. She's fiery, innit? She's one of those people that's fiery and she's impulsive and she just says it. But maybe that is why he left.
Yeah.
Because
it gave him that little push.
Yeah, because...
Do you think he would have left if she didn't say anything? I don't know. Think she would.
Yes and no, you know, because I think he's quite mature. Like, in the beginning, I actually didn't like Scott that much, you know. I didn't like how he was with India.
Really?
You know why? Because he had every right to get to know that other girl. But don't you feel like, okay, you just... Like, say you come in a dress with the other person, or like, just to let you know, like, I'm just going to have conversations with her. He was like, just to let you know, I'm going to have conversations with her. Like, he exaggerated it. Like, I feel like he over-explained himself, and it was like he already thought out that he was leaving her and moving to the next girl.
Really?
So when she come back and kind of said, like, I feel like you what was it, like gameplay or something like that,
well, she kissed him in the game.
It's because it's because of his reaction was a bit like he over-explained it. But now I think that later on in it, he was so honest. And also, like, when everyone was like, oh, like, what do you want from her, like, is she not good enough, this, that, babe, isn't it, there's so many guys that we've probably been on dates with that are like gorgeous, this, that, but it doesn't mean that
you can like someone to the extent to kiss them and cuddle them and even spend time with them, but then just not enough to be in a relationship with them. And I think he's just so mature that, like, the next relationship he wants it to be one that is forever. You know, he's looking for a forever thing.
I think he, don't get me wrong, initially I do think he kind of felt that, because I think he mentioned something like, India, I can see her being like more of like a partner, whereas she's not really wifey material.
He said about Tina.
You motherfuckers gonna let me speak?
Go on.
Do you leave fucking room?
Wait, just before you speak, he said Tina is someone that he could have fun with but not settle down with.
Yeah. So basically, you're not wifey. He
think...
kind of knew that. Go on, Mandy.
I think from the time that he found out that Casey had shagged Tina, I think it put him off.
I think the way that Tina was so open about shagging Casey, put him off. I think, like, it's not about sleeping with someone. It's not about sleeping with someone else. It's about being so like
both.
I slept with him.
Both, because it's one thing knowing everyone knows the person you're with has shagged people before you, right? But living in the same house, you see Casey there, you see Tina there.
I don't think that's a thing.
Casey there, you see Tina there.
What do you mean? Gabby's there with Tina and Casey.
Yeah.
I think it's the way Tina went about it. That's what I think. I think the way Tina was so it was almost like she was proud of it. She was like, we slept together.
It was a one night thing.
Yeah, it was a one night.
Your bed.
It was a one night thing. Like, if she was a bit more like, oh, you know, something happened.
No,
she could just be like, not deny it or lie, but like if they come up to her, she could just be like, that's private.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been better. Yeah. Like, she was like, that's private. But I just saw a clip of tonight's episode and they're doing a game and it's like, who's had a threesome? Put your hand up. And Tina's like,
oh gosh.
But this is what I mean.
Slowly, just straight.
No, I don't know if it was slow or fast, but like she put her hand up.
But I don't understand why.
Keep it down, bitch.
What is this?
So
Does she not know men?
I don't know.
I know. Like, but I think though, the men we know are so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't
old
know.
School.
Exactly.
Like, bear in mind,
most men are fucking...
most men are like that. But
the guys in Love Island, do you think they give a shit? No.
But I do also feel like it sets like a kind of image.
I think they do. A lot of men do. There are a few men that be like, you know, getting with porn stars and shit. They're the exception. But most men, I think they do care.
I mean, you're comparing Tina to a porn star,
No,
man.
I'm not comparing Tina to porn stars. I said there's some men that just don't care at all. They'll be like with
Yeah.
OnlyFans girls or whatever, or girls who've slept with loads of guys or whatever. They don't care. But most guys are quite judgmental and are reminded about these things.
Yeah, I mean, when she did that proudly for the whole of the UK to know that she's had a threesome. I mean, look, I think everyone do what makes you happy. But personally, I would never have a threesome. And I would never.
Yeah, same here.
I think it's just,
Look, I've never had a threesome, but if I ever had a threesome, believe me, I'll take it to my grave.
Yeah.
Ain't anybody gonna fucking know, not a soul. Do you know what I mean? But I actually haven't. Take me to a lie detector. Take me to a lie detector. But
I do think it's because of our culture as well, because obviously we're Iranian and you're Turkish. I do think in our culture, the way we've been brought up is kind of looked down on. Doing something like that is looked down on.
Yeah. You know? Anything, even we're already classed as like being outrageously out there
in our culture.
In our culture,
I know, but I mean, it's so weird because like I was speaking about this before we started our episode because she's Turkish Cypriot and we're Iranian, but we are so similar in cultures, but
Yeah.
you're classed, we're Middle Eastern, but you're classed as Mediterranean. I can never say it.
But everyone says that
Mediterranean.
I'm Middle Eastern, and I just don't bother correcting them. So whatever.
Yeah,
What
but
is-
don't care.
because obviously when we were saying, when we were criticizing Ekansu, because she's similar culture to us,
Yeah.
but I mean, do you know what? I agree as well, because I would love to support
I
her
agree.
because
But
of the
also, we're
fact
not
that
gonna
she's
lie about
Turkish.
something.
No, but I would love to support like a Turkish girl that's on there, because I feel like we are so similar.
Me too, but only if we agree or we actually like the character of that
But I'm
person.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not going
I'm
to
not
just
gonna go
support
against our morals or what we think is
exactly.
right
I'm
and
not just
wrong.
going to support someone because she's Turkish. Like it's like if an Iranian girl was on there, I would be like really want to root for her. But if she was acting a way that I didn't like, I can't fake
lie.
it.
Yeah. Fake it.
Like I actually in the first Love Island that she was on, I actually thought she was hilarious. But I just feel like
I didn't like her on her season either.
I did think that there was weird things that she would do, but I thought she was funny and she just knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
But I think as time has gone on, it's so acting and so awkward to watch. Like, did you see the dance? The
heart rate.
Yeah, the heart rate.
She was
challenge,
having.
like,
it was porn.
I
It was
think
like dry
it was
porn.
on soft
it
porn.
was literally
was
awkward to watch. Like I couldn't believe it.
Why
Like
is
it was
she doing
funny
that?
but awkward.
It's worse than 10 million times worse than Tina flying her hand up for saying I've had a visa.
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
worse.
I can't even say like I don't like her because I don't know her. But from what I can see of her on the show, I don't like the way she's coming
Yeah.
across.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because it is a show.
But did you
She could
see-
be acting.
Did you see when she was talking to Curtis? I thought like they were gonna end, and then she's like, "Oh, I wish I could speak to my mom and dad right now."
I know, and
And
she
then-
flew over. It was really, honestly,
I was,
it really is
I
some
was
Hollywood
like, did I
stuff.
skip something? Like, have I stopped watching the same show?
No,
So
but
strange.
it's for me.
And she kissed Sammy on the heart race challenge
Yeah.
just after she told Elma she wasn't going to kiss
I
him.
know, and that definitely. I don't know. I don't know if that was actually by when you panic. Like, as in, when you done it, right? I panicked. I don't know about you, but when I was doing the heart rate challenge, I
Okay.
was like panicking, and it's like I just done random things. I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah, but you would if you literally just said that
I'm
you're
not
gonna
going
do
to.
it.
You just wouldn't. And I feel like she does things for a reaction.
She did it on purpose, 100%.
Yeah, she does things for a reaction. Exactly.
Who do you want like to win the season? Who's your favorite?
Well, Sammy's in there, so she's one of my friends. So obviously, I'm gonna pick Sammy now, but I don't know who she's gonna couple up with. I do feel sorry for her, but Sammy is so good looking and
Yeah.
10-10. I do think she's gonna she is already turning heads. Like, how is Luca so confused over just one person coming in? It's because she's gorgeous. Well, I'm annoyed that Ron left. But yeah, I wanted him back in the sense of like, for me, like
To
I missed
support
him, and
you,
also because I
yeah.
could see he weren't happy in there. Also, like he did not fancy anyone in there. You can just so tell.
Yeah.
And this year, I just feel like even him going in, his heart wasn't in it.
I just
Yeah.
think he was one of the best guys in there. I don't know what these
But
girls are
he's
on.
a gentleman though. Can you see the difference?
literally. And I don't know why these girls aren't on like having a good man.
I agree. I feel like girls don't like real good gentlemen, kind men. It's like if you have a sign above your head saying, "I'm a fuckboy, try and change me,"
And do you know what's
everyone's
mad?
gonna want you.
The first one though, he was that kind of like fuckboy, gave off that image, yeah, even
And
though he
then-
actually wasn't, but kept turning his head. Look, everyone wanted him. This time round, I want to settle down. I'm
wanna
ready
get
to get
married.
married. I'm saying all the right things. I'm not like
Yeah.
all the other dickheads. Oh, but you don't want me. Do you know
That's
what I mean?
mad, isn't it?
But at the same time though, babe, he
is.
did not like invest his energy. You can tell he was there for a lad's holiday.
Yeah.
I do feel like though, you know what? I think he imagined, like, I can't explain it, but I feel like because his journey in there was with Lana and they become boyfriend and girlfriend and he actually loved her so much, I feel like I don't know, I just feel like something in there was missing for him. Like, I feel like he thought, no, that was my experience and that's all I want to remember it as, because and I'm not going to find that. And like, I just think he knew no one was going to come in for him that he was going to really
What happened
like.
with him and Lana?
Do you know what? They're just different people. Like, literally just different people. Like, I just feel like they're not well suited, like, for the outside world. Also, they live, like, 4 hours apart, yeah? Like, it's not easy having a long-distance relationship. And I think most times it don't work.
So do you think they weren't compatible?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but they loved each other.
I feel like they did at the time.
Oh,
And then-
what about after when they came out? Do you
Like, oh, no. After when they come out, they were together still.
Yeah.
And for a while, and then they broke up. And then now I just feel like it's not,
do you
it's just
think
civil.
they'll ever get back together?
No, I can't
Who
lie.
do you think was more hurt by the breakup?
Ron.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
So
But you know what's mad? Like, in there, he was the one turning his head. She was hurt. But you see how, like, the tables always turn.
The outside world's different, babe.
No.
I want at the moment Sammy and Elma to win.
Really, I
Yeah.
feel I want Gabby and Casey right now.
No, I
Really?
don't. Casey, I'm not a fan of.
Really? Why?
Snaky
Do
to
you think?
Ron. Even like that
Oh,
little
yeah,
thing,
I
yeah,
didn't like that.
encouraging it. But bear in mind, yeah, he's meant to be quite cool with him on the outside. Like, I just feel like you're so quick to just jump onto that and encourage it. I don't, but obviously I'm getting defensive.
No, yeah, because
it's your best
Ron,
friend.
because of Ron. So maybe I will go with Sammy and Emma. I do love Sammy.
But also, yeah,
so much.
I really don't
Emma
believe
too.
Casey is that into Gabby. Like, I just don't trust him. I don't know why. Like, I think she can do better. I can't even lie
She's
to
definitely
you.
more into him than he's
Yeah,
into
and do
her.
you know, like, how you see on there how she gets like worried about little things? That's because she's got that gut feeling. Like, she don't feel secure enough with him.
Yeah.
Which is why it's reflecting
clever,
on
you
herself.
know.
100%. And that's because I wouldn't trust him either.
That's so true. Yeah,
Very,
but I
very
do.
true.
Casey's funny. Like,
Yeah,
I don't like
he's
what he did to
hilarious.
Ron in the game.
What he said.
He is
said,
funny. Like, he's getting
who's
funnier.
playing the most game?
What did I
Who's the
don't
biggest
remember
game player?
or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
he picks him for that as
Like,
well.
Ron, he was in there for 2 minutes. At
I
that fucking
know.
point.
But also, Snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
But he is funny though, Casey.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
why
got-
he did that. I'm gonna
he's
have to
got-
ask him one day.
He's got good energy. I mean,
You're right. He's jumping on the bandwagon.
I am really loving Harriet and Ronnie.
Yeah,
I
same.
love them. And do you know what I think is funny about her? She walks over to him. She's like, what have I done wrong? What have I said?
She's so
Then
funny.
it reminds me of me and Eddie's. I'm like, oh, what am I in trouble for now?
Yeah.
That's like you two on the podcast and your men having a go at you.
I really love them as well. Like, Harriet's grown on me so much. I mean, I always liked her from the beginning, but now I feel like I love her.
She's so funny.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I didn't like in the beginning because of the whole Ron and Ronnie
situation,
drama,
yeah.
but I actually find him so funny now.
He is hilarious. I hope that Omar and Catherine work. If Omar and Catherine work, I feel like they'll be my winning couple because I
Yeah.
feel like Catherine's been so strong throughout. Like, she didn't have anyone to couple up with at the beginning. I just think as well, because she didn't have someone to couple up with and she had to sit in the villa and watch everyone in couples. That's really hard. So I think she deserves to win.
Yeah, and he really like focused on her in the heart rate challenge and stuff, you know.
But also, I feel like she's got the most genuine personality. I think she's the one who's like the girl's girl.
Exactly. She doesn't do
And
anything
Gabby.
bitchy.
Doesn't do anything snaky.
Yeah, her and Gabby.
Proper girls girl.
Yeah.
Proper girls girl.
I really like her. I do actually want them to win. I just don't know him enough yet.
Exactly. That's why I said if Omar pulls through and like they actually like seem to have a good connection, they're my winning couple.
Yeah, that's true because I don't know Omar.
But also, she's just so genuine, even with him. Like, I feel like she's someone who like communicate rather than being sly. But he seems that way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
what happens.
But like the other day, I put up like a little teaser clip on Instagram and TikTok saying how like men should always pay, and obviously Ron was like most times but not all the time.
I saw
and
that.
I done a poll and I put like always pay men 50-50 or like a majority, and you would not believe it, I was gobsmacked, guys, that most people put 50-50 or a
Obviously, babe,
majority.
why are you gobsmacked? That's how people's opinions are.
And
it's an economic crisis in
Yeah,
this
but
country.
to us though, that isn't that shocking. I
Yeah,
was
but I
so
think
shocked.
that's also our culture.
Yeah.
It's our culture. But just feel like they're trying to push this whole 50-50 thing in society now more than ever.
They want women to be unpaid slaves at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean, cook, raise your children, breastfeed them, fucking do all that shit. And then look after your man, suck his dick. Oh, and then at the same time, go out, be a boss bitch, make money. And then
start-
at the same
I
time,
know.
have perky tits, long,
I
nice
know.
hair, good skin, glass skin trend, this, that, the other. Fucking get a gym membership. Dude,
And now
You know what
start
I
splitting
mean?
bills.
the real superwoman is women.
No,
Do you know what I
but
mean?
you know what? We are so lucky because that is not normal behavior. Like, to me, that's not okay.
No.
Like, I can't believe that. And do you know what's so funny? Like, the people would come back with comments here, like a lot of them were men, obviously. The women were like, yes, go on, sort of thing. And some men were like, like, how can you even say something like that? Like, women need to be traditional women, this, that. Okay, but
you're a
I'm
traditional
doing
man.
everything though, so I'm still. So you should be paying for me, and also you should be embarrassed for even speaking up. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Pay for my dinner. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's wild. So,
tight ass.
what's Ron's opinion on this?
He said that most of the time they should pay.
If the woman pays like some of the time, when do you know it's your time?
When
Like,
it's his birthday.
yeah,
Exactly. But what did Ron mean by that?
He meant like he didn't agree with me. I didn't agree with him.
Okay.
So I said like most times. When I say all the time, by the way, I meant like if they're taking you out, which is every day, they should always pay. It doesn't mean though, like obviously I didn't specify and didn't say like, oh, like here and then I'll try and offer, but it doesn't mean that they shouldn't have the initiative to think I'm gonna obviously pay for this.
yeah.
Do you get where I'm
They
coming
should
from?
always step out the house.
And the fact that people
knowing-
coming for me saying like, oh, like that's bad, this,
Yeah.
that, like it should be 50-50. No, I
I'm
agree
sure
with you.
that 95% of the men that were hurt by what you said are broke guys.
Yeah.
No, but you wouldn't believe it though. It's not
they just
only that
can't
though.
afford to pay for two
Because
people.
no,
As in,
because
yeah.
if they're broke though, that don't bother me. I would actually want to pay if I was in a relationship with someone who didn't have enough money. I would honestly want to. My point is though,
You
is
wouldn't be in a
their
relationship with
mindset.
them, Tanya.
No, my mindset.
You wouldn't be in
is-
a relationship with them,
Yeah,
please.
bullshit.
My mindset is more though.
She's gassy. My man has to pay every single time we walk out the house together. You know what? Even when he's not there, he has to transfer me for what I'm about to buy.
No, I'll treat him here and there to like a Nando's.
Wow.
Like,
Wow, and Nando's.
like a little Deliveroo here and
No,
there.
I pay for things
Like,
here and
that's
there
it.
as well.
I've done that.
That's it. Everything else is on him.
Do you know what it is? Like, what I was going to say is like, my partner's like super, super generous. Like, he's really generous and he's quite well off. But I feel like if he was going to pay for everything of mine, it's a lot of money. And my expenditure is high. My maintenance is very, very high.
I agree with that
And
as well.
for him to pay for his mortgage, his car insurance, his finance, his bills, his business, his life, his clothes, his leisure, and mine, it's a lot of money because I am not a normal girl.
Yeah, we spend a
I
lot.
spend a lot. Not only on my going out, on my clothes, on my makeup, on my hair. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So if I was a full-time housewife, yeah, ideally I'd expect him to like provide for me fully. But could he afford? Even he, who's really well off, like he could afford to, but it'll be a lot. Do you know what I mean, for
but
him?
it's good that you're
It'll be a
considering
lot.
that.
It would be a lot. But also, I don't want to get pocket money. I'm not gonna lie. I do want a man that's gonna treat me and spoil me. Like my boyfriend will be like, "Here, go shopping.
Yeah.
Get your nails done. Get your hair done." But I don't want to be like zero income on a salary because I want my own independence.
I don't want pocket money. I just gonna have your card.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, that's it. I'm gonna have your card.
Well, Anna, I wish you the best of luck. Let me know when that happens. Let me know.
I don't actually care if anyone judges me because at the end of the day, I've been with someone for like 3.5 years, nearly 4 years, and he doesn't pay for my nails, my hair, none of it. Everything I spend myself, and I love him, and I've been with him. I just think ideally in the future, I see it like that's fair. If I'm at home and I'm doing all the housework and I'm doing all that, and I'm not, especially if I'm not working, then what the hell?
No, I agree.
Not pocket money, but your card is in my hand, darling. That's how it's going.
But also, that's how like the old-fashioned generation was, though. Like, as in, like my
Yeah.
mum, like she's not working, she's been a housewife, cooking, doing everything for us, cleaning, looking after your children. Okay, we're not children anymore, but my dad is of course going to look after her. So why would their money be separate?
Exactly.
That's
It's not
basically
his,
a
it's
full-time
theirs.
job though. Being a
Yeah.
housewife is a full-time
It
job.
So
is a
that's why I
full-time
think it's
job.
mad when
And I
people are
think-
saying like, "Oh, you're broke." Well, no, that's just being a housewife.
And I
that's
think-
being your partner.
Like a lot of men don't mind being that. Like I know that Cowslick, he looks at like his dad. His dad's an amazing man because he looked after his mum so much, and she didn't have to worry about anything, and everything was looked after, and she just was a great mum and a great wife. So I feel like he's happy to take on that role in the future because he's seen it growing up. You know.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, on that note, thank you guys for joining me.
So much fun.
I know.
I know,
Love
it's
you,
so
Tanya.
cute.
Love you so much. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.